With Mark Whitaker, we're off to Chicago for a visit with one of the Windy City's favorite sons.
In an old airplane parts factory in Chicago, artist Theaster Gates has built a creative wonderland with inspiration at every turn.
I have industrial space where I can be loud and no one cares. It's the shed. It's a big shed. This building's 30,000 square feet.
A fitting space for one of the biggest names in art, whose style isn't confined to any one box. There are paintings made with tar, tapestries using old fire hoses, and immersive sculptures built with bricks. It's a range that's earned him international acclaim.
So you're okay if you don't have like your Warhol tomato can that everybody recognizes?
It is of no interest to me.
What does interest Gates are ordinary objects, discarded by ordinary people, that he turns into extraordinary installations, like this one, now on display at the Smart Museum of Art in Chicago, combining weathered African sculptures with an old vinyl record collection.
You've said, I traffic in unwanted things. What does that mean?
Every day, the world is releasing old things. And so the problem of what do we do with our things, that question became one that I was very interested in.
Because not everybody knows those backstories, though, when they're looking at it, when they're experiencing.
They don't need to.
You don't need to. Why not?
I think that the African art collection and the record collection, they are already doing something as it relates to form, design, that in some ways, the backstories are my gift.
Theaster Gates' own backstory began not too far from here, on the west side of Chicago, as the son of a roofer and a teacher.
I saw the best of Black culture, the most incredible, miraculous things happen by everyday people. And at the same time, there were challenges in the neighborhood. It was definitely a place where people had seen better days.
Gates went away to study urban planning at Iowa State University and ceramics in Japan.
The Loop.
But all roads led back to Chicago.
Coming home was both about the intense pull that home has for you. My family is here, but it was also like Chicago has the infrastructure to make great things happen for an artist.
Great things did happen for Gates, and he was determined to give back.
Do you have a sense of like how much of this neighborhood you now have?
It's a few blocks.
A few blocks, yeah.
Yeah, it's a few blocks.
Over the last 20 years, he says he's invested more than $100 million in his neighborhood, buying and repurposing dozens of abandoned buildings, like this school. Once at risk of being turned into a parking lot, it's now an experimental art space.
You become essentially a real estate developer.
I resent the term real estate developer. I imagine that most real estate developers buy real estate to build wealth. For me, I had to deal with the truth of vacancy on my block, and nobody was coming to buy the building. So buying the building was a way of just being a steward of the spaces around me.
In the coming months, Theaster Gates, now 52, will leave his mark on Chicago again, this time at the Obama Presidential Center, set to open in June, not far from Gates' studio, where he gave us an exclusive sneak peek at his commission.
It will greet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is the greeting?
Welcome to the South Side.
The final version will be about 10 times this length and filled with images from Chicago's Johnson Publishing Company and their iconic magazines, Ebony and Jet.
It's really like the people who shape our nation. It's everyday people doing everyday things.
So in terms of everything you've done in your career, what does it mean to you to be asked to do this?
It's one of the most exciting commissions of my life. And it's a kind of moment where I get to use the archive to demonstrate maybe the highest contribution I could to art, and that feels really good.
For an artist whose work is in demand by collectors and museums around the world, it's another peak of success. But for Theaster Gates, true value has always come from another place entirely.
I really believe that making from the beginning was never about the market. It was always like I was following my curiosities. And then bringing that stubborn, bulldogged faith to get from dysfunction to function, or to get from blight to beauty, or to get from discord to community. The artistic imagination can solve any problem on earth.